I'm pretty sure what they're doing is they are going to put it in all of Android like they always do.
Sorry.
AirDrop.
Did you just AirDrop?
Why would you AirDrop it to the computer that runs the soundboard?
Sorry.
That's actually hilarious that worked. Yo, what is up, people of the internet? Welcome back to another episode of the Waveform podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Marques.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm David.
This week, we have AirDrop on Android. That's the news. That's the whole thing. That's all we're going to talk about for the next hour. And then maybe we'll have some time at the end for some hot takes. But first, a quick PSA. If you are watching this on the Friday that this episode drops, number one, we are closing in on 500,000 subscribers. And one of our goals on this Waveform podcast channel is to hit that by the end of 2025. So if you haven't subscribed yet somehow and you're watching us on the day it drops, do yourself a favor and get subscribed so you don't miss it. And number two, that also means it's Black Friday. Congrats. You've made it to the biggest holiday shopping day of the year.
I heard the subscribing to the podcast was 50% off today. So it's as good a day as ever to do
Yeah,
it.
I heard it was 100% off.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. We really like those deals.
Yeah.
Free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
For
Normally
today
it's $1
only.
million, so this is a steal.
Yeah.
But Black Friday PSA, we have some tips.
Go ahead.
Chances are you're looking at a bunch of sales right now, and you have to ask yourself a couple questions.
Camel, and camel.
Yeah, pretty much. Is this actually cheaper? Download Camel, or some price tracker because it's
Go on the
probably
website.
not.
Mm-hmm.
Do you actually need it, or do you just want it because it's cheaper? And have you had your eye on something, but now you're trying to buy an alternative just because it's on sale? I think we've all gone down that path before. It's never worth it.
Well,
Just
yesterday I brought a kettle,
what kind of kettle?
a tea kettle.
Be more specific.
It was the alternate to the expensive one, and it was on sale.
Oh, yeah? Have you used it yet?
Was it actually on sale?
No, but it did have good, probably fake reviews. Yeah.
That's huge.
I feel like every time I've had my eyes on something and then its alternative goes on sale and then I buy that, I then wind up buying the other thing eventually because I was mad at the decision that I made on buying the thing on sale.
That is tough.
Which is then just more expensive than it was to do it in the first place.
Yeah.
Just take 5 minutes before you buy anything today.
Yeah,
Is probably
contemplate
a
if you
great tactic.
actually need it, because if it's $5 cheaper and you didn't buy it already, why are you
Did you
buying it
really?
now?
Yeah.
Why are you buying it now?
Okay, so let's talk about AirDrop on Android because it
Okay.
finally happened.
Yes.
I never thought this day would come, but
Dude.
apparently they've been working on this for a little bit.
Yeah.
The update is that last Thursday, we got this random email from Google that was like a link to a blog post that was like, hey guys, by the way, we did it. We've made Quick Share on Android, starting with Pixel 10, compatible with AirDrop. And the quote here is, well, you actually asked Google how
Yeah.
they did this, and they
Yeah.
give you a real answer. Because if you read the blog post, it's
They gave him an
They gave
answer.
me an
they
answer.
said a thing that you can read for us because the
Okay.
blog post didn't really say how they did it. They just said that they did it.
Yeah. Well, okay, so they never actually announced how they did it. However, there is some European Union stuff that Ars Technica wrote an article about that is most likely how they did it.
Okay.
So the Digital Markets Act got put into place recently, which forced Apple to adopt this new standard called Wi-Fi Aware. So the way that Apple has done AirDrop in the past is that it has this protocol called Apple Wireless Direct Link, which is basically uses Bluetooth to find other devices, sets up a little mini Wi-Fi network effectively between you and another iPhone. But it's a proprietary protocol. The European Union, as part of the Digital Markets Act, forced Apple to adopt this other standard that Google has actually had since Android 8.0, which is kind of crazy. And it forced Apple to actually put a bunch of the AirDrop extra little protocol stuff inside of the standard called Wi-Fi Aware. So that was sneakily added to iOS 26. Apple obviously did not advertise that they switched over to Wi-Fi Aware.
Of course not.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And nobody really made a big deal about it. I was reading that Google probably didn't make a big deal about it because Google has also been kind of trying to repeal the Digital Markets Act because of stuff that it is doing to them that they don't like. However, Wi-Fi Aware is an open standard. So Google, who has supported Wi-Fi Aware for a very long time, basically just updated to the newest version of the standard, which includes Apple's little tiddly bits and
Official term.
official term. And now you're able to quick share to iPhones. It's kind of weird because it still is called Quick Share on Android, and it's still AirDrop on iOS.
Yeah.
The other kind of strange thing.
So crazy seeing Macs in here.
Now, originally, this Ars Technica piece was speculating that it wasn't going to work on Macs, but it does. So now you can effectively AirDrop to any Apple device from a Pixel 10. The thing that is interesting is right now it is only available on Pixel 10 series. A lot of people were upset about this because they were saying like, oh, well, if Google is locking this to Pixel 10s for now, isn't that just as bad as Apple locking it to iPhones? I'm pretty sure what they're doing is they are going to put it in all of Android like they always do.
Sorry.
AirDrop.
Did you just AirDrop?
Why would you AirDrop it to the computer that runs the soundboard?
Sorry.
That's actually hilarious that worked.
So it's on Pixel 10 series right now only. I think the reason that they're doing this is because Google kind of just dropped this out of nowhere. Oh my god.
It's the same one? No, I did the... No, you, Marques, did it.
It's the pie.
Oh, you...
I dropped it to
That's
you.
my speakers.
Oh, sorry.
You got
Andrew
me.
just pixel dropped me.
I'm so sorry, David.
The Mountain Dew Baja Blast pie.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, I think the reason that they're doing this is because they, own the Pixel 10. They use the Pixel 10.
Yeah.
They want to basically prod it on a wider variety of people, right? So they're like, okay, we control the Pixel 10. We can take in the data logs if it fails for Pixel 10 devices. They don't want to push it to all Android phones because then that's too big of a swath of people. That's my assumption. But I did ask Google when it happened because, like you said, we got a random email on Thursday that was just casually like, by the way, guys, you can now AirDrop.
Quick little update.
And the quote that they gave me, because I was like, did you work with Apple on this or did you do it solo? They said, we accomplished this through our own implementation. Our implementation was thoroughly vetted by our own privacy and security teams, and we also engaged a third-party security firm to pen test the solution.
Wow.
So, I don't know. People were saying they're going to kill it by the weekend like they did with Beeper. But this seems like it is just a standard that they cannot really get around. So,
Yeah. It is. So now the update is out.
Yeah.
If you have a Pixel 10, you
Yeah.
can make sure you're fully updated and go in and open any file, anything you want to do, sharing with, hit quick share, and you will see.
you got to switch it to everyone for 10 minutes.
Yeah. And you will see a bunch of your Macs.
Want to do a
on
live
your local
demonstration?
network.
You want
Oh, yeah,
share
sure.
something with me?
Yeah. Let me go share
All right. We're doing it live.
and then quick share.
We did it live twice.
And then send.
Yeah, we did.
And then I got to look for you. Is it David's M3 Max?
David's PDA.
Oh, let's see. I see Andrew's Mac, Marquez's Mac, Waveform's Mac. I'm just going to do David's.
Yeah, you can send it to my Mac if you want.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Marques would like to share a photo, AirDrop, save to downloads. Boom. And it's a photo of the sky
That I took.
and the side of a building that Marques took.
Let me do it to your phone before.
And it's cool because it sends all of the metadata and everything.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't see your phone for some reason.
That's weird.
But yeah, I see everybody's
Told you it would
computer
work.
in here.
Have we
Yeah.
tried the
Although-
other way around? Have you tried sending something to this Pixel?
That's
I don't
It's-
think you can do that.
That's what I wanted to ask.
No, you
yeah.
can.
can?
Rich and I, when this was going on Thursday, spent like a solid 20 minutes just sending each other things back and forth for no
Okay.
reason.
So I'm AirDropping right now.
Oh, here we go.
I just missed it. There it is. Except David's PDA is sending something to me. It's an image. Open. It's a Polaroid. It's a film photo.
What do you think about that photo, by the way?
What do I think of this photo?
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool.
Is it cooler because an iPhone sent it to you?
That's a photo of me, my dad carrying me. And
Is that you in the baby in the picture?
just kidding. I generated that with Nano Banana 3.
Yikes.
Nano Banana Pro.
Terrifying.
It's bad. It's bad that this is too good. This is so good. It's a problem.
Okay, so
The misinformation is gonna fly everywhere.
we knew this was going to happen. Nano Banana Pro.
Pro.
This is part of Gemini. It's their newest image generation tool, if you want to call it that. And you can just put your prompt in and it'll just generate an image. And it's like photorealistic images now.
Yeah.
And they're quite good.
Yeah.
What I noticed, because people started tagging me,
Yeah.
is if you ask it to generate a YouTube tech reviewer, somewhere around half the time, it makes someone that looks exactly like me, and it'll look
It's
like me, and
just
it'll
you.
say MKBHD
Yeah,
on the
it's
thing.
just
It's
you.
like it's clearly trained on some sort of YouTube videos and has like a good
Some
sense
sort-
of what this is.
It trained on your YouTube videos.
Yeah,
There's
and-
no denying.
Right. And it's Google, so it's like they probably can just decide to do that. But it seems to alternate between me and then like 3 or 4 other somewhat like, I was going to say Tyler Stallman-ish looking, sometimes Andrew looking, sometimes you like they'll look like slightly different characters we've seen in the YouTube universe before. And then you'll ask it again for a YouTube reviewer and it's like, oh, okay, MKBHD, here it is.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting.
This is why they did not flip out when ChatGPT was doing it, because they knew they were working on it too.
doing it. Yeah. I know.
It's normally though
Goalposts have moved.
in the past we've had to be like, oh, what is it stealing from tech? Like, remember when we first started seeing the little plant that all tech YouTubers use, and we're like, okay, it's definitely using
Sora.
YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
This is it's just you. Some of the other ones maybe are a little bit of people, but this is just straight up you. The little profile says MKBHD.
Yeah, it just says it.
Yeah.
Also only gives you 1.8 million subscribers. So
Nice.
Disrespect.
you. Yeah. But like, this is
Yeah.
messed up. Like, there's no other way to say this, right? This is just
I was
you.
like, what is the generative part of generative AI again? Also, it uses
background
it
at this
uses the exact same wallpaper from the iPhone 16 Pro that it came with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It just feels like I thought you were supposed to use a wide swath of data to generate something quote unquote new. Isn't that the argument? And like, sure, this isn't a new scenario, but it's just Marques.
It's generating me in different random various environments.
with a red camera, full logo,
Yeah.
a Samsung Flip, an SM7B, which it's wrong about because you're using a.
It's the Electro Voices, right? You guys, come on.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting. But
Disney's going to sue them into the ground.
Disney? Well, I'm waiting for that time. Yeah. I did. I'm going to Disneyland. This is relevant, I promise.
Go on.
I am going to Disneyland. Thank you. I know it's exciting.
Cool.
It's not. I've been there once before. Anyway, I'm going in late March just for one day before I do this California photography trip. And why did I bring that up? Oh yeah, the profile the photo of our group photo for the people I'm going with. I put a photo of all of us into Nano Banana Pro, and I said, "Make us all Mickey Mouse," and it just did. So yeah, the copyright is it's out the window. These companies do not care anymore. I think we're at the
Never
point
have.
where there is so much of this stuff that companies have just given up because they're like, if we're going to win this race, we have to not care. Yeah.
Brutal.
So
Don't ask for
Till the
permission,
bubble
ask
pops.
for
Yeah, move
forgiveness.
fast and break things.
nobody's going to forgive you.
Yeah, I promise you, we will
promise.
never forgive you.
We will never forget. So, what is never mind.
I just typed in MKBHD reviewing a horse and hit enter, and it just made it.
Your haircut is exactly the same.
It just
like
made
it's not
me-
even.
Horse review, the ultimate workhorse.
It's
No, it's you, a horse, and an F1 car.
it says MKBHD on the camera. It's me. It's my hair. It's the
Yeah.
black sweatshirt, and it is a horse.
It used to be like, what things did it get right when most of it is wrong, and now it's like,
Yeah.
what things is it slightly getting wrong, and it's not really getting anything wrong.
Yeah.
Wow.
We just steal it now, folks.
We are just stealing. Just a couple days later, I think only like 2 days later, Anthropic did release their new bestest model, Opus 4.5, which is apparently extremely good at software engineering and coding. It probably will not make an image of Marques reviewing an iPhone 16 Pro.
I don't think Claude can generate images at all.
Wow.
Yeah, they have not given.
That's good because there is
is
no
good.
utility to generating images besides screwing people over. So
Yeah, I mean sometimes it's fun for the meme. like when I made that fake Polymarket thing for you, David, that was pretty good, right?
you generated
You generated that? When I was making
not
fake
with
Polymarket
AI.
stuff, I was photoshopping it like a real man.
No, I went to like I just Googled fake Polymarket generator, and then I got a good result.
Oh.
So yeah, no AI, but still fake. I'm just gonna stop.
So Claude 4.5 will code really well.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's great.
Are people who code?
Yes.
I've actually seen two versions of this. I've seen two versions. I've seen one version where people who code are using this out of it and like loving it.
Yeah.
And then I've seen one version where they're like, oh, this kind of just better than me yet.
I'm trying to think of how we could
job.
respond to this as non-coders that wouldn't make everyone mad at us. And
It's kind of in the same way that like when we see Sora making a video and people go, "Ooh, are YouTubers cooked?" It's like, well, it's not that good yet, and that's probably mostly true about a lot of these tools. It's like it's a good brainstorming tool. It's a good foundational like base before you actually build more on top of it. Sure, but it's not taking your job yet. But the trajectory is there.
if I had to say the safest statement possible, it would be, I bet you most good coders know how to use it as a tool to help them, but it's not going to replace them.
Sure.
Yeah, we talked about last week Google Anti-Gravity, which is something they launched with Gemini 3, which is just an IDE that you can code in, and it can do almost all of it for you. So you just sort of tell it what you want, and then it'll make a checklist. It'll say, these are the things I want to work on. Here's what I did. Do you approve? Yes, 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 yes. And it'll just code you an app. Like I coded Pina Collocator with it. That's sort of my benchmark that I've started using.
My friends that are like in the industry and software engineers and stuff, they've basically been using these tools to do all the grunt work. And then what's more important for them now in their current roles is like the system design of it all. So they're like trying to figure out which services plug into what. But the actual like coding the API, or like running the unit test, you just have like an AI do that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. And with the acceleration that we're at right now, the Will Smith eating spaghetti video was not that long ago.
Dang. Wait, I should.
It's much better now.
Soon they'll be like making whole Coca-Cola commercials with it or something.
Yeah.
See what you did there. Will Smith eating spaghetti. Sorry, I'm doing a Gemini Banana thing.
I just tried to, and it said I can help with pictures of people, but I can't depict some public figures. Is there anyone else you'd like to try? And I said MKBHD, and then just did it.
It just made them give it.
So
what I got? Why did they just steal my likeness?
S21.
That's like that's such a good burn. It's just like he ain't no public figure.
It did Will Smith for me.
What?
It did Will Smith for me.
Wow.
So maybe it has no
literally
consistency.
also said Will Smith eating spaghetti. It just didn't let me do it.
Wow. Shout out to Will Smith.
DJI is possibly getting banned in the United States on December 23rd, unless the U.S. government completes a security audit, which will most likely not happen. Under the FY25 NDAA, the Federal Year 25 National Defense Authorization Act, unless the audit is done, DJI will automatically be added to the FCC's covered list, which would effectively ban new DJI products from entering the U.S.
New ones.
Yes, but they also probably would not be able to sell within the United States either.
Gotcha.
And so this at first I was like, hasn't this happened 20 times? But that was only for drones, right?
Sorry.
So
We try to run a show here and be professional, and you guys
I'm
just
usually
hey,
muted.
mine's muted.
Yeah, I was muted and I unmuted it so that I could.
I thought one of you texted me. I was like, why does this keep happening?
Okay.
I keep thinking this has happened already, but the differentiator here is this is just all DJI products and previously it was just drones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is kind of like they do sell a lot more stuff now.
The Osmo is extremely popular.
It's so good.
The Osmo 2.
So this is like actually I mean, yeah. People are going to lose good products from this. And you have a question in here.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if this includes Hasselblad. I don't think it will, but I think that DJI is terrified of the U.S. government realizing they own Hasselblad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because don't they do a lot of scientific imaging and glass stuff too? Like, aren't they a NASA supplier?
I do not
I
know.
thought-
I do not know
I think
that.
it's
Zeiss is like
Zeiss,
all
probably.
over the place.
Probably
yeah.
Zeiss. But yeah,
Interesting.
I'm curious about that. So we'll see. Considering it's over the holidays that the government would have to do this audit, I don't think they're going to, and they've been talking about banning DJI forever. So I think they're just going to get banned.
So if there's any hot DJI Black Friday sales,
Yeah.
gobble them up. Yeah, that's
Now, honestly,
Get
if
in
you
on
want
that.
something,
forget
from them-
everything I said before and buy all DJI products. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's fun.
That's pretty-
They will go the way of Huawei, I guess.
Your X2D Mark II is way cooler now because it's contraband as well as a sick
It's funny
camera.
because I don't have the one I bought yet. I just have the one that's a review
You still don't
unit.
have the one you bought
That's December now, apparently.
I hope it's before December.
before the 23rd.
Really iffy. Really dicey on that one.
Yeah.
I have a review unit as of right now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
They sent me one to check out finally, and yeah,
Also
it's
reviewing it.
really dang good.
Do you want to talk about how great it is?
It's
the sickest.
So good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's truly an incredible. And do you have the 35 to 100 lens as well? or
Yeah.
no? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
35 to 100
That
f4.
combo is like,
Yeah.
did I give my hot take on primes yet? Did I say that here?
Yeah, you
So
did.
many times.
Okay. Perfect. This is a great opportunity to run that back. I love that this is a good zoom. I am so happy that this is like the opposite direction of like Hasselblad's in the past, which is, fun, very deliberate, one shot at a time.
Yeah.
But it really removes like a big fun element of using cameras, which is just in the moment shooting street shoots, random things that happen that you weren't expecting to shoot, and having a zoom and having that camera actually like autofocus well.
Yeah.
Opens up a whole new possibility
Yeah.
of things you can shoot with it, and it's great.
For me, the big things are like the UI is so good. It's so fast. It has a terabyte of storage built into the camera.
That's-
You can just connect it to your computer and transfer all the files really quickly.
So good.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible camera.
How are we not at a point where a terabyte of storage is in literally? My remote should have a terabyte of storage built into it.
Yeah.
What's the hold up here?
I'm kind of surprised that more cameras. I mean, that's the funny thing though too about the Hasselblad is it doesn't even shoot video at all.
Yeah.
So you kind of already know what's the file size you're going to get from whatever people start to shoot with it. So yeah, terabyte is plenty for photos.
It's like 36 megapixels per photo, though.
Yeah.
I mean, megabytes.
But if it was a camera that's capable of video, then maybe you'd be not as sure. But like also just like
terabyte's still a
iPads,
lot.
just like iPads, I can buy a terabyte one if I want, or I can buy a lesser storage one if I want. They should just have an A7 with a terabyte built in, or an A7 with 4 terabytes built in for the guy who wants to just shoot all the videos internal.
Yeah.
And it's fast enough to shoot whatever the highest bitrate 4K video that it shoots.
Yeah.
That should just be a product that exists.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Very few camera companies are doing this. Like Leica in the regular M11 had 64 gigs, which is not that much when you shoot 60 megapixel photos. The M11P has 256 gigs, which is much better. But basically, no manufacturers are doing this. And I don't know if they're just terrified that eventually the internal NAND will break and they have to like get it replaced or something.
I mean, it still has an SD card slot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they would still have to repair it, but
But considering
I just
it's
want to
super
say
fast.
the Ricoh GR4 has 53 gigabytes.
Oh, does it?
Gigabytes?
Of internal memory.
That's
Okay,
still
so I
good.
guess
That's great.
everyone's moving over to it because the GR4 is like brand new. So
the X106 does not, right?
Canon, Sony, they're
Yeah.
not doing it.
yeah.
We have an idea for a bonus camera episode coming up,
Oh,
hopefully next month,
okay.
but we'll see.
Oh, right. Yeah.
No spoilers.
I'll keep shooting though. In the meantime,
Yeah.
I love the camera.
Well, potentially rip DJI. One last thing
Pour one out.
that I wanted to mention real quick. Threads just added the ability to add podcast embeds to your profile.
This is true. This is good. This is good for us.
It is good for us. It's a very random update. But now if you have a podcast or you just want to, I guess, advertise a podcast that you like,
That was my
Like
question.
this one.
yeah, you don't have to verify that you're the one that does
Yeah,
it.
you can just do it
You can just link it.
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah. So you can link a specific episode. You can also link an entire podcast. My one big annoyance with this is that you have to pick between Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Apple Podcasts.
Wait, when you click on it or when you add it to your profile?
when you add it to your profile.
Oh,
because
it's
it's an
not
embed.
an RSS. Oh.
No. Yes. This is very annoying because podcasts specifically are transferred over RSS.
Yeah.
And that is this open, really simple syndication. You don't have to deal with any of this. You should just be able to add the RSS link and then it opens whatever podcast player you use because I use Pocket Casts. A lot of our listeners use Pocket Casts.
I do too.
Yeah. And also, Spotify is basically the only multi-platform one because literally nobody uses iHeartRadio. Why do they even add iHeartRadio?
I have no
This
idea.
is just like the most Threads way of implementing this. Like
Yeah.
it's open question mark, but not
Question mark.
but not really.
Yeah.
And this is not on Instagram, just Threads.
Just Threads.
I wish it could be on Instagram, so then all the people who steal our content we could at least be like, yeah, put the link in your description, so we get some actual views out of it.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a
I
weird
think it's cool.
feature. Instead of focusing on this, I would really love if you just completed your Fediverse integration, which you have not done.
Or let us do like anything. Like it would be cool to also put a YouTube channel there.
Yeah.
I would like that.
That's true. Yeah. Good point. Yeah. Anyway. Trivia. The edit on this is going to be wild.
What do you want us to say, Adam?
When I wrote this trivia question, or when I wrote my first trivia question, I realized I had written the exact same Black Friday trivia question that I had written last year. So we've officially been doing this so long that it all blends together. But I have a new question, a banger, because I am finally looking into, and get this, retiring the 12 mini.
Oh,
I've heard this before.
And so I was like, guys, Black Friday's coming up. I should be able to get a cheap iPhone. Turns out you can't. All of the iPhone Black Friday deals are frankly pitiful unless you sign up for like an $100 a month Verizon contract. But they weren't always this bad. And in researching this trivia question, I found a Black Friday deal from 1994 from a retailer that doesn't exist anymore.
for the cheapest iPhone.
From a retailer that doesn't exist anymore called Comp USA that was offering this. Get ready, guys. Are you ready?
Yeah.
An Apple Performa 630 CD with a 14-inch color CRT monitor and an HP inkjet printer for how much in $1994?
That's like a lot of things.
That's a lot of things.
That's many things bundled together.
And if you know what, I'll be kind. If you can give this to me in $1994, or you can give it to me in September $2025, because that's the last month we have inflation data for.
Do we have to signify which one we're guessing?
Yes.
Oh,
Trying to pull a fast one on me.
maybe. Pixel 10 is on sale right now, $200 off.
Oh, and I guess I could finally
It's the
AirDrop
most
with
Pixel
it.
thing ever.
On Google Files and cheap.
I think what I saw was from Apple. If you spend like $1,200 on the iPhone 17 Pro, they will give you a $75 gift card after the fact.
Nice.
Nice.
Do you know,
Well,
know how many
You'll
songs?
like it.
AirPods 4 are $70 right now.
All right. Well, we'll think about this one. Answers will be at the end like usual, and we'll be right back.
All right, welcome back. For more depressing content, we go to Ellis today.
Hey, I'm the sad guy.
There was a big thing that came out against Meta again for the 1 millionth time, but this one's even more depressing than usual. So Ellis is going to break this down.
So the one that so this happens every now and then, like there's a leak or whatever, and we find out that people at Meta, I'm trying to choose my words very carefully.
Don't care.
Allegedly, no, it's not that. No, that's the thing is they find out they do care, and they're powerless to
Stop it.
stop the not caring of other people at the company.
Careless people, as they say.
Long story short, there is a law firm called Motley Rice. They are suing all the big social media companies. I think it's 4 of them. I forget which 4, but Meta's one of them. TikTok is another. I think it's Meta, TikTok, Snapchat, one other one. I don't know. The important thing is that as they're suing on behalf of school districts, alleging that these products are really addicting for kids, and obviously they are. And the companies knew that they were addicting and decided not to act on that information. So what happened is there's a bunch of filings, a bunch of discovery. I'm not like a legal person, and a lot of these documents and pieces of evidence got unsealed. So we got to see a bunch of internal communications and deposition transcripts and other stuff from this court case that was really illuminating. And before you go read this stuff yourself, just know there's some unfortunately some kind of dark stuff in here that that we don't really want to talk about on Waveform. It involves kids being hurt. It's not what we're interested in. But there were some really funny quotes by Meta employees that I did really want to share with a little bit of context. And before I share these quotes, I feel obligated to say that Meta has already responded to this. Mm-hmm. And Meta said, and I'm going to read the exact Meta spokesperson quote. "We strongly disagree with these allegations, which rely on cherry-picked quotes and misinformed opinions in an attempt to present a deliberately misleading picture. The full record will show that for over a decade, we have listened to parents, researched issues that mattered most, and made real changes to protect teens."
Most of this filing was from an investigation in 2020, right?
It's an ongoing court case that has been going on for years. Some of these depositions were from as old as 2021, I want to say. I don't know when these DMs came out, but they are investigating things that happened at Meta as far back as 2017,
Cool.
I believe. So there's some things that, are pretty easy to understand that I think we've all heard about before. For example, there was an internal study at Meta called Project Mercury that was Meta hired the company Nielsen that does media research to investigate what the psychological effects of quitting Meta products, specifically Facebook, were on users. The results were resoundingly people were happier, less anxious, less lonely, lived better lives when they quit Facebook. And Meta just sort of killed the entire project and made sure and hid all the findings. And their reason was like, oh, like there's this narrative in the media that Meta products are bad. And so, if you're going to quit Facebook, of course you're going to feel better because everyone already believes that Meta products are bad, which is a crazy argument to make, in my opinion. But, it sort of, I guess, works. Then there were a bunch of stuff that came out of Meta staffers sort of being like, this Nielsen study really does show that people are healthier.
There's an impact on social comparison.
Yeah.
Unhappy face emoji was the exact.
There's an impact on social comparison. Unhappy face emoji was the thing. Another Meta staffer wrote, "This is like the tobacco industry doing research and knowing cigs are bad and then keeping that info to themselves." That is an exact quote. Another user experience researcher wrote, "Oh my gosh, y'all, IG is a drug. We're basically pushers," which is a crazy thing to write about the company that you work for. Another UX researcher was recommending that Meta release this info to the public and wrote, "Because our product exploits weaknesses in the human psychology to promote product engagement and time spent, we need to alert people to the effect that the product has on their brain."
But we still give it out.
But we still did not. It is worth noting that Meta does not study addiction. They only study problematic use. I don't know exactly what that means, but what they did consider problematic use is, I guess, up to someone.
The lawyers.
So another thing, I don't know if you remember. So does anyone remember what, I didn't know this code name, but something called Project Daisy, where Instagram hid like counts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was one of the accounts selected to beta test that, and none of my friends were, and I sounded like a crazy person being like, there's no likes on Instagram anymore. This is really weird. And the goal of that was to try to make teens feel better because teens were sort of being encouraged to compare themselves to others, which is, not easy when you're a teenager. And that got killed because it, affected engagement and growth and time spent in the app. And one of the quotes that came out, this one is so crazy. One of the quotes that came out was someone on the growth team insisting, and this is an exact quote, "It's a social comparison app. F***ing get used to it." Incredible care for your children. Here's another crazy thing that came out is this. And I'm just going to read, this is from Time Magazine. I'm just going to read this exactly as Time wrote it. Meta used location data to push notifications to students in what they called school blasts, presumably as part of an attempt to increase youth engagement during the school day. As one employee allegedly put it, "One of the things we need to optimize for is sneaking a look at your phone under your desk in the middle of chemistry." Smiley face. Just fantastic stuff right here. Time has a great article on it. Reuters has a great article on it. And if you're not okay, that's fine, because just know, to me, and I'm going to wrap up this very sad story like this. I feel like there's this narrative that Meta's been pushing that time spent in app is not the most important metric to their business. They've said this sort of roundabout ways that they value other things. And to me, all of these leaks indicate that does not seem to be the case, that time spent is still the most important way Meta makes money off of their products, which
every company is time spent on app, because more time spent on app equals more time to sell you things.
No, but here's the thing is, I'm actually going to push back on that narrative a little bit because of how big, and I cannot believe I don't want to sound like I'm defending TikTok, but the TikTok shop really does change that for that platform. I can't remember where I read this, but I've read a bunch of different articles about how the TikTok shop is so huge globally that they're able to make money off of that, and the ads part of TikTok is not as big a part of their business in the same way Meta is structured.
Yeah, but if you're on TikTok for longer, you can get more things on the TikTok shop. and make more money.
I need to find this research. It was really clear that while they do want you to stay on TikTok for a long time, what they more prioritize is you sending products to your friend, engaging with products, and not just being on the app all day. Whereas in this Meta thing, we found out like, what time are kids not on the app? Oh, in class. Like we should optimize the app to get them on the app in class.
Yeah, I guess last thing, I'll push back on that as being one of the main functions of TikTok is when you're kind of done and you hit back to exit the app, it refreshes the feed and tries to hook you on another. Like, ultimately, all of that boils down to like they might prioritize this specific way of making money, but in all of those ways, this is probably why Meta says our primary goal isn't time spent on app, but it's like they have a primary goal that they put. The way that goal gets hit better in every single scenario possible is more time spent on the app. I think it's just logical.
Same with YouTube to an extent.
Same with everything. Same with this podcast, probably. Like,
more time spent.
I mean, I know you want to spend more time with us because we, but like,
don't
more
listen.
time spent
But
on
we
app.
will say conclusively, if you're in class right now,
turn
off the podcast.
You got plenty of dishes at home.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah.
We'll be there later.
This
Don't
is
hurt.
a dish podcast. Anyway, like I said, Meta refutes these claims. They claim they're cherry picked. This is ongoing litigation. This is all alleged. But I thought it was pretty crazy, and I wanted to talk about it this week.
Can I talk about a crazy, more lighthearted article headline I read today?
Yeah.
This is from PC World, and I just thought this is very short, but I thought it was too funny. It says RAM prices are so out of control, stores are selling it at market prices. So basically,
as a seafood lover,
like
this is crazy.
It's so a store in California called Central Computers, and people have also seen something similar like this at Micro Centers, but they're essentially not pricing RAM at stores right now because of how much the prices are fluctuating. They have to just put up signs that basically say, ask a sales associate, or just bring it to the counter and find out.
Catch of the day.
Like RAM is seafood right now because of
never
trying
heard
to
of
get
farm to table.
Straight from
compute to table is not cheap these days. But this just gave me a good laugh. It just says like, due to a global shortage of memory chips, RAM and related components have recently seen an increase in 20 to 50%. They're fluctuating daily. Because of this, we can't display fixed prices on certain products at this time.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Wendy's experiment with this?
Oh, they did.
Didn't Wendy's experiment with dynamic pricing?
Yeah, I think so. They basically did like
hilarious.
peak pricing.
Yeah. First they came for our
interesting.
Baconators.
It is interesting in certain commodities we like gasoline is like we are okay with market pricing in certain cases, but when it's certain things it seems ridiculous that it's market pricing. Like obviously if you're also, this is like, I'm pretty sure this is a small company like Central Computers is probably small enough that they don't have a ton of supply and like a very reliable like inventory supply. They probably have to do something like this, where if you're Best Buy or whatever and you have a ton of suppliers and you can sort of account for that, you probably aren't doing this ridiculous like market pricing thing, and you can eat some of the dips in profit. But yeah, it is fascinating.
I feel like they could just price it to a certain, like price it a certain amount higher than they buy it for, though, right? Couldn't they just do that?
It does seem like Central Computers is a pretty local chain to the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And so, they probably don't have scale on their side, and they're at the whim of their distributor.
I bet that's one is like it coming in, and with not just like demand, but also potentially tariffs. I'm sure this could be changing literally by how much they pay for it. Yeah. And also everyone loves scalping these days. I don't know why, Gary V, but like everyone loves to just buy stuff and sell for more expensive because heaven forbid anyone gets a deal. So like if they sell this at a normal price, I'm sure someone will come in, buy everything, and then just go resell it and make the money anyways. I'm sorry, I hate scalping so much.
I think you brought up a really interesting point, Marques, because like if we're talking about like oysters, something
eggs. Milk.
No. I want to do oysters because oysters are something that have like such a short shelf life. Like you are eating them intrinsically like within a week or two after they came out of the ground. You can't stockpile oysters. That's something I'm okay with being market price. a Baconator, which was clearly made 3.5 years ago and stored in some underground
I like how you
bunker.
could have used the RAM example. We have it right here. But you're like, no,
dude,
Baconator.
RAM gets. Don't we get a new DDR number like every year or
Yeah,
something
that-
like that? I would argue that
DDR5
Baconators.
plus Ultra Max.
Anyone on Twitter, if you know, what is made sooner or like what spends longer in storage before being sold? Baconators or sticks of RAM?
Wendy's is fresh, never frozen.
Is that
Allegedly.
It's like their whole thing.
They probably
Fine.
keep it at 33 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's not frozen.
Not technically frozen.
It's not frozen. I'm not touching you.
Never frozen. Never frozen. That's funny.
Yeah. We were thinking we got a fun game coming up in the next segment. So why don't we do like a little teaser?
Let's do one of them.
Yeah, before we
Okay,
actually get into it.
Yeah.
So this is our tech hot takes game.
Yeah, Marques is doing his Tech Hot Takes video this week.
I think it's a lot of fun.
It's super fun. We do it like once a year at this point, but Harper and I just collected way too many. You usually do like 5 or 7. Harper and I probably grabbed like 50. So I figured, why not bring some over to the pod?
Yeah, I like
let's let us talk about it and whine for a little bit, and you can enjoy our whining.
So we should
That
do.
sold it, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna evaluate these takes and see if they're hot or not, and if they're good or not,
And if we agree with them,
and if we agree or not. So you want to do the first one?
pick one. Pick which one you like
Let's
the
go.
most.
Let's
here.
go top to bottom. Let's
Okay.
go first.
All right.
First hot take from Gregory McFadden. Apple Vision Pro is still the most exciting tech product release in the last 5 years. Okay. So,
I
would say-
disagree.
Oh,
well, that's what makes it hot. Is it's very easy to disagree with. But let's go with, if you do agree, how would you justify it? Apple Vision Pro is the most exciting.
I'll try and justify it semi-anecdotally.
Yeah.
Look at it's already the most viewed video on the MKBHD channel.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Which means it's maybe the most interesting. It has
Yeah.
the most interest.
I think exciting is the key word here.
Exactly.
Like, I think this is not most successful. This is not most useful. This is not necessarily totally game changing, but in terms of excite on the internet,
Okay.
it's hard to argue against it.
I have a slight counterpoint that we
Sure.
could maybe talk about. Apple M series chips, right? M1. That is
That's
exciting.
past 5 years.
It is past 5 years because it came out in 2020. Yeah, it came out in 2020. So, you know, I feel like that the M series chips, Apple Silicon, is the most like
It's a lot of other
exciting
superlatives
in there. I mean, it is exciting.
It's a lot of superlatives. It's probably their best product. It's probably their most impactful,
Yeah.
most improved product.
Yeah.
It's probably the most powerful product.
How many TikTokers were making M series videos when it came out, when the Vision Pro was like the only thing in like broken outside of the tech space on TikTok when
I
it
don't
came
know,
out?
man. I as someone who is like,
Y'all are in our niche right now.
I was getting completely throttled by the last generation of Intel MacBook Pros, and I remember when they announced that M1 MacBook Pro, dude, it was like
exciting.
it was like every single thing you've ever wanted.
Yeah.
Here
Cool.
it is.
Causing
I don't think any of us are disagreeing
I think
with that.
in smaller, I think to your point, in smaller communities, there are more exciting products. But if you want to go by total like mass, like I'm trying to think of a product that came out in the last 5 years that's new that more people know about and know exists. Like our parents all know about VR headsets now. Like you probably don't know anyone who's been sentient for the last 5 years who hasn't heard of the Apple Vision Pro. Where I think even some of the most popular and best products from the last 5 years aren't quite on that level, which is crazy to say. So I think this might be a valid hot take. I'm trying to think of a more exciting tech product to the masses that actually hit.
I'm
I think
asking
most-
Gemini right now.
Most people that bought a MacBook in the last 5 years
ChatGPT.
don't know what chip is inside.
ChatGPT did come out in 2022.
ChatGPT is
So-
a tech product.
Yeah.
Is it exciting to people? Kinda.
That's true.
Andrew
more
knows what I'm about to say.
Controversial.
Mother bird buddy.
True. Oh, so Gemini says that ChatGPT is the most exciting new product. to come
That's
out in the
crazy.
last 5
Gemini
years.
said that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
It said that the
Self-report.
most exciting hardware product is the Steam Deck.
That's not even remote.
That's just not
And
it.
then
You
number
shouldn't have said that
three-
because it doesn't help your first point by being that wrong the second time.
Number 3 says Apple Silicon.
Okay.
Number 4 it says Apple Vision Pro.
Huh.
Number 5 it says the maturation of foldable phones.
Foldable. Some people, yeah. Is that exciting?
So it's a summary verdict: most transformative ChatGPT, most fun Steam Deck.
The Steam Deck, I think, might give Apple Vision Pro a run for its money. I feel like so many people.
Are you
total
kidding me?
excitement? In total generated excitement for humanity?
I thought gamers were like so.
But that's
stoked.
it. I feel like you guys
were.
keep saying
Gamers.
like this is so cool in
Yeah.
this niche right here that
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
against
yeah.
everything we're talking about.
I would argue outside of the tech bubble, like if you just go up to random people on the street and you
Yeah.
said Apple Vision Pro, they'd be like, "Oh, that stupid, useless thing that nobody has."
and you'd and you know what and you'd say, and what about the Steam Deck? And they'd be like,
They'd be
what?
like, "No.
A regular person would be like, the Steam
A
Deck?
regular person plays video games. A regular person does not care about a $4,000 VR headset."
A regular person knows about that headset and is like, Steam Deck, is that Xbox or PlayStation?
I'm pushing back on that.
I
dude.
think I
don't think you. I think you
Gotta do the Google
underestimate
search trends.
what.
I just did Google search trends. Apple Vision Pro is about 3x the search volume of.
I don't think there's a single
wrong.
metric.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Although, look at this. Look at this. Wow, this actually shows how badly Vision Pro failed. So when Vision Pro first came out,
Screenshot this.
it was stupidly popular, but it died immediately and had no search volume
Well, I think
until the M5 version came out.
Oh no, is that no? That's
That's not the
announcement
M5.
and
Oh,
release.
announcement and
Yeah.
release. Wow, the M5 version
Just didn't do anything.
even make
Didn't
a mark.
register the Richter at all.
So they the search volume for a week was 3x what Steam Deck has ever been. However, Steam Deck has continual interest over time,
I think
much higher than Vision Pro.
I'd take 18 Steam Decks before I would buy a Vision Pro. I think it's
true.
way better of a
You
product.
sound pretty excited.
It says, it does say average Steam Deck is way more popular than Vision Pro. That's what it says.
over time.
I guess that's one metric. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to quantify this as total excitement generated for humanity. And like how many, that's a combination of total exposure and total excitement per person that sees it.
By that definition, then I would go ChatGPT over the Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, because it just has hundreds of millions of people.
The whole
every day.
economy is moving on
Everyone
ChatGPT
knows
right
about
now.
ChatGPT. I think that's it.
That's actually probably the real answer.
I want to think of
Yeah.
it. I guess I definitely thought more physical gadget.
Exciting
doesn't do
means, by Oxford Languages, causing great enthusiasm and eagerness.
In this essay, I will.
I wouldn't say that Vision Pro causes enthusiasm. But eagerness, maybe?
Eagerness in a cheaper version. Like there's yeah. It is definitely interesting.
An exciting breakthrough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely
I think it's got to be ChatGPT.
ChatGPT is probably the correct actual answer. But Greg, that's a good hot take. It's a good hot take.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We're going to have way more hot takes after the break.
I'm
But
excited.
that, of course, means we have time for one more trivia question.
Trivia, dude, it's trivia, dude.
Before I pass it to my coworker Adam, I just want to say someone posted in the MKBHD subreddit, "I feel like Ellis would like this video," and it got 0 upvotes. I just want you to know that I watched it and I did like it.
Wow.
What
So
was it
thanks.
about?
I don't have a Reddit account, so
like
I
hot
can't.
dogs or something?
It's about AI overview. It was about AI overview, and it might have also been about hot dogs. It was like two of my
It's about an
interests.
all-you-can-eat
Sounds
buffet.
That was it. It was an all-you-can-eat buffet.
That was not that far off.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, I feel seen. Thank you.
Nice. Okay.
Sorry, I'm watching it right now. The AI overview is they searched all you can eat buffet near me. The overview says you can use online search engines like Google.
Can you? I don't know if you can.
did.
I guess you can't.
All right. So before the podcast, before we sat down to record, David and I were talking about Aluminum OS, which is Google's new project to bring Android and like desktop computers
Chrome
together.
OS.
Chrome OS. Thank you. But we're not going to talk about that this week because it's just a rumor. So
It's not a rumor. They have a job listing. For
it's a
it.
job listing. Who knows if it'll ever come out? Like
I mean,
projects get canceled all the time.
There's also a job listing for the Tesla Roadster.
That's true.
is it really?
Yeah.
Got him.
Shouldn't they have that done by now?
That's what I'm saying. You're just now hiring that
You should be firing people after it's done.
Yeah.
So I forget why David made a joke at my expense, and I was like, okay, every question on today's trivia will be about aluminum. Aluminium. So this question is about aluminium.
AL.
That's not it, but nice.
42 electrons.
Close. What is the atomic number of aluminum?
42.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Depends what it is.
What is an atomic number?
It's how many electrons it has. Protons it
Weight
has.
of
Yes,
protons.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, protons.
I understand
Which
it
actually
better
is
now.
also the electrons, the electron number, unless it's an ion.
Yeah, exactly.
You knew that.
You know, like,
It's a little number on the little box.
you know about like the periodic
Yeah,
table.
Yeah.
Okay, you've seen Breaking Bad, right?
All right. Well, we'll think about that one too. We'll be right back.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone too. For my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family. Drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile. Thanks, Zoe.
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us, no trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on Essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end in balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
All right, welcome back. We got some more hot takes to talk about that didn't quite make it into the MKBHD video, but that are still hot takes that were sent to me when I asked for them. Next up, we can talk about this one from Hey Pollock on Threads, who says, user-defined customization makes everything worse.
I picked some of these because they're like, man, I want to agree with you so bad, but I feel like I
think there are definitely two sides to this camp. There are people who look at whenever Apple allows you to customize their home screen more, everyone's home screens get uglier. You've noticed that?
Yes.
Like they used to all look the same and they looked fine.
Okay,
like,
but
whatever.
they also, the options they give you are horrible.
They give you
They're
like
all
tinting
horrible.
now. They give you like the ability to put the icons everywhere. They give you widgets. They start to let you do more stuff. And I've seen some of the worst home screens in the history of the iPhone in the last 2 years. So
true.
there's a valid argument for this, but also it gives you the ability to make everything better.
It's hard to ever want to take things away from the user, but I also agree that sometimes I'm like, that's yucky.
Look.
And I don't like it.
Be cringe, be free. That's all. Look, makes everything worse. It makes everything look worse. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I would argue that it makes it better.
Could you make
Have
the
you
argument?
tried liquid glass?
Oh yeah,
It's terrible. You can't use it.
that's not user.
But it's not customization. It's
That's
not custom. They don't
Yes,
let
it
you.
is.
The only,
Fair OS.
the only thing that lets you customize is, do you want it glossy or do you want it like kind of not that glossy?
Yeah, you could change like when you do customization, make like the glass where they're all see-through and everything. Like
Yeah.
you can't even tell what the icons are.
I
That's
wouldn't-
from
I
Apple.
wouldn't say that's user defined.
Yeah, I think they're talking about
That's like Apple's.
No, I know.
I think they're talking about like Android.
We're talking about like you get to pick
because you're
the
saying
tint.
basically that Apple's direction is good.
No, it's horrible.
Well, that's what I was saying.
But the further you stray from a defined aesthetic, the more even worse you can make it.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. If the base is bad
Yeah.
and then you let people color on top of already bad,
The floor is
that-
lower.
Yes, exactly. The floor drops out from underneath.
Yeah.
And like the ceiling gets a little higher because you can make
Yeah,
it a little better. But like, how many
exactly.
times have you looked at someone else's home screen on their phone and been like, ugh?
I'm happy.
every
for
time
them.
I look at Andrew's phone,
Okay. What? Maybe hot take, but like we need Uggo stuff. You know, we need stuff to be ugly.
you can't appreciate the beauty if
Yeah.
you don't know what the
and
ugly
also
is.
Damn.
Then why are you hating on Labubus all the time?
because they're ugly. Dude.
Oh my god.
This is why. Okay, I honestly think this is the best one out of everything because it's just like it is the perfect amount of argumentative. Like
Labubus are not user defined. Labubus
Yet.
were defined
Yet.
by a designer who had awful taste.
But like, okay, think of
purpose.
a croc, right? A croc is just a blank, horrible looking shoe.
yeah.
Right? If you couldn't add anything to a croc, it would just be like, wow, another ugly shoe, whatever.
Yeah.
But then you open up user customization to it.
Yeah.
How many crocs do you think look better after customization or look objectively worse after you customize them?
Worse.
They all look worse.
Have you
They
seen
are
the
worse,
Squidward
but
croc?
they are personal.
Agree. That's exactly what this is. It's user customized and it's personal, and that one person will feel it's better, and everyone else will go, we don't talk about
Who
these
cares?
crocs,
It's
do
my
we?"
croc. I don't
So,
care what you think about my croc.
Kind of applies.
You can tell everyone on this podcast is form over function. Because there's so many people create, like, it's pretty obvious that all the user defined stuff, even though people make what we subjectively think is ugly, probably works really well for them. And I shouldn't be putting them down. But here we are on a podcast saying, just look at the screen one more time. Is that really what you want people to see?
You know what
Here's
else?
But
you
they
know what
don't
else-
see it. You see it.
You know what else? What
Only
other
you.
user customization we need to get rid of? Car wraps.
No. Highly disagree.
I don't know, Marques.
Highly disagree. Especially because when the Cybertruck came out and they all just looked like a dumpster refrigerator, you definitely had a higher ceiling from being able to wrap that.
I was just,
Ceiling?
definitely have
The
to-
floor, of
Ever
course, went
seen a
down.
wrapped Cybertruck
No, the
that
floor
looked
went down.
good?
I admit it. No, I have. I've seen lots of like gray and black and like other regular colored trucks that look better than the stainless steel dumpster that it looks like without the wrap.
But how is that different than the iPhone tennis ball phone?
Well, like putting a case on your phone, you're saying?
No.
No, the
Remember during
icons were-
when they announced the
I
icon
liked those
customization,
icons.
they were like, if you love tennis balls so much, you can make your own
Yeah.
screen tennis ball.
You can make
No,
your
it
own
was
screen tennis
just
ball.
like human beings do.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because it wasn't if you like, it was if the photo of your dog likes tennis balls so much.
Is that what it was?
It was. It took the color from a dog with a tennis ball in its mouth,
And it made them all
made
yellow.
them all yellow, which I kind of
It looked horrible.
Pretty hilarious.
great.
Excuse you, it made them all limoncello.
I think this is a great take because you can probably we can probably all agree that user-defined customization always makes the floor lower,
Yes.
and sometimes it also makes the ceiling higher. But because the floor always goes lower, you can say, "God, it's just worse."
But I'm also happy for the people living in the basement.
Yeah, do what you want.
I agree.
Do what you want.
Yeah.
Can we all agree that this is a great take because we kind of agree with it, but would never ever want people to lose customization?
I can't publicly endorse.
Yeah, I will never like. I
It's
will.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially as like a kid, like an electronic needed to be customizable for me to
Yeah.
enjoy using it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
We're all probably sitting here today because we probably customized too close to the sun.
You know how much they've taken from us? You know how much they've taken from us?
do you know? I'm sure like at least 40% of the people listening to this podcast right now got yelled at by their dad because they changed the cursor on their home PC and gave the computer a virus.
100%. That's right.
Yeah. That Aeroglass theme on Windows XP went so hard.
Yeah,
Okay,
was pretty-
that's a good one. Well, we got another one from Threads
Okay.
from JDWAYT.
a lot of these are threads because all the ones on Twitter were just like crypto is not at its full potential yet.
Yeah, I
a dumpster fire.
made the mistake of asking people to upvote their favorites, which I thought would make like the hottest takes go to the top. It actually made the coldest takes go to the top because it had the most people agreeing with it.
Oh, yeah.
So you had to kind of dig a little bit in Threads. There was plenty of like
Ask
just
on
scatter.
Reddit and then sort by controversial.
Exactly. That's the hottest. That's the real way to
That's
get
the
the hottest
real
takes.
way to get it.
Okay, so this person on Threads says, I don't get why people are so upset that tech companies no longer ship chargers in the box. You do not need to get a new one with every new product. I still have and use the USB-C charger from my Nexus 6P. What are you all doing with your old chargers?
Yeah, agree. 100% agree.
Okay, so this is hot.
Hard disagree.
100% agree with that.
Really?
Hard disagree.
This is hot because, at least to me, charging has gotten way better in the last few years, and you need the new charger to take advantage.
The companies
of,
that are shipping
Exactly.
like the 100-watt phones give you a 100-watt charger.
agree.
They do.
Well, not even that. The new iPhone
Actually,
doesn't
that's
it have
valid.
new watts. What
40
is it up to 45 now?
45, yeah.
If you have the old charger, what are you gonna do?
That's actually valid. I think the ones that have changed the most in charging still include the charger.
Yeah.
And the ones that have changed the least in charging are like, you can use your old 6P charger and be fine. Actually, that's true.
Yeah.
Damn.
This
I agree.
this is one of those ones where like
100% agree.
I agree with this. it's one of where a company can make a statement saying this is like for the environment and e-waste,
Yeah,
which I
it's dumb.
agree with. But I also think the alternative motive is it's
money.
more money for them. And so like I want to agree with it without giving them the credit of thinking this is some
spinning it.
Yeah, like some gift to us.
Yeah.
I think every new phone should not come with the charger, but should have a redeemable code. So if you really need the charger, and if you need it enough, you'll go out of your way to order it or go to a store and get it, you should be able to get it for free. And then
That would be
that
fire.
eliminates all of this debate. Of
If
that.
I ran a phone company, that's what I would do.
But you know what Apple would say? They'd say, we'd have to ship the charger in a box to you. And you know how much waste that causes? You know how much pollution that creates?
But it's for those who need it. You know, Tim Cook. I know you're trying to optimize your pallet sizes by shrinking the size of the phone box, but like only 5% of people are going to order that charger. It's going to be great.
I love that with the new Apple Watch. They were like, we can add 50% more Apple Watches per shipment. And it's like, so you're saying that's for the environment, but you're just saying we can sell more we can save more money.
I think it's kind of interesting that when you buy music gear or a lot of audio gear, they never come with any like obviously they'll come with power cables, but there's no.
if it has like USB-C power,
Yeah,
it'll
no,
never-
not even
Oh.
like if you buy like an audio interface, it won't come with mic cables. Or if you buy a microphone, it'll never come with a mic cable. You know what I mean? You're like expected to buy that stuff inside. And the reason I say that is because I was thinking about the most mad I've ever gotten unboxing a tech product, and it was when I spent over $1,000 on my Blackmagic Ultra Studio 4K, and it didn't come with a Thunderbolt cable.
I
to
recently
plug it in.
did that.
Holy! Oh, you bought a Blackmagic Ultra Studio 4K?
So similarly, I was having issues with my Apollo Twin with the old Thunderbolt 2 at home, and I finally upgraded, and I spent $900 on an Apollo Twin with the new Thunderbolt, and I opened it, and there was no Thunderbolt cable
What the
in it.
is?
And I was like, thank God I have a Thunderbolt cable right now. 'cause
And Thunderbolt
this-
cables are expensive.
It made me so mad.
Dude,
Yeah.
but then it's funny. It's like I've never bought a mic and been like, why no XLR cable? And frankly, I wouldn't trust to include an XLR
I
cable.
feel
I think that's exactly where the distinction is, though, because there are certain products that are expected to work out of the box, and there are certain products where everyone buying them is expected to customize it to their liking in some way, and you let them. Like a microphone, if you're buying a nice, expensive XLR microphone, that's the exact type of person who knows which which XLR cable, which
Yeah, they
preamp.
have their brands they like.
or length. Like
And length.
if I get an SM7B and it comes with a 3-foot cable, it's like
Yeah.
there's a 90% chance that cable is now waste.
Did the Game Boy
Now,
Color come with
I'm going to push
AA
back and say
batteries?
because since XLR cables have jack and pin or pin and hole different, like you can daisy chain them together. So
Is that what you would do if you then needed to buy a longer cable afterwards? Because like
we have daisy chain cables in here.
yeah, but never mind.
Yeah,
Sure.
If you're getting mad at me about grounding or whatever, then you know that
You're
email.
too smart for this.
Question: Did the Game Boy Color come with batteries, like AA batteries, or
so.
because a lot of products that you buy that take batteries, which is not that many because most of them are rechargeable now, come with like generic, Amazon brand or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine, though, because that's expected to work out of the box.
Well, if it didn't come with batteries, though, in like 1995 or
Then that would be
2000,
bad.
I agree that people shouldn't be upset about not getting a charger.
But I do think if you're buying a peripheral, $1,000 plus peripheral, and it doesn't come with a Thunderbolt cable,
yeah, that's different.
That's
we all
ridiculous.
have 1 million chargers, but we don't all have 1 million Thunderbolt cables.
Fair enough.
So
Still be mad
disagree.
at, but still be mad at all the companies for pretending.
My
it's
mom has
green
one
initiative.
charger. Jess, my fiance, has one charger.
How?
We have 600. Regular people do not just have chargers lying around. They take them with them from place to place.
But regular people in the U.S. generally, because of how carrier systems work, upgrade their phone every 2 years. So in the life cycle, even in an Apple life cycle right now, most people have a USB-C charger already.
Yeah.
So like I would argue regular people have a USB-C cable and brick.
One.
Counterpoint.
Yeah, and that's all you need.
I could not find a lightning cable in this office this morning.
Well, yeah.
That's because I threw them all out.
Really?
Why would we need a
why
lightning
would we
cable?
need lightning cables?
The trackpads.
Yeah, I'll throw those out, too.
Also, yeah, Max.
That's lightning? Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah. All right.
I would say that I agree with it. I'm not sure that it's super hot, but I do agree with it.
I think it's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Another take from Rosshan_1 on Threads. We don't need a third camera in phones 90% of the time.
Disagree.
First of all, I think it's a cop-out to say 90%. I think you got to own this hot take and be like, we don't need a third camera. But, okay.
Disagree.
He says we don't need a third camera 90% of the time. Why do you disagree?
Because sometimes I need long, sometimes I need wide, sometimes I need regular.
90% of the time, do you need all three?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think so.
Marques, commit on your.
Yeah, I think I agree with this take 100%.
Yeah, Mr. Zoom Lens.
I would say the 90% is pretty accurate. I also recently, by the time you watch this, was working on my What's on My Phone video, and I'm a two-phone person. On my right pocket, I have my main phone, it's an Android phone, and on my left pocket, I have my secondary phone, it's an iPhone. And for months, I've been trying to make the iPhone Air my secondary phone.
Really?
Months I've been trying to do this. And the two things that always hold it back are the camera and the battery. I can overcome the battery because I'm maining the other phone.
Oh.
I can't overcome the lack of an ultra wide and a telephoto. I just can't. It's impossible. And the OnePlus 15 I'm maining also has a pretty bad camera, so I'm just without good cameras, and that's just too much for me.
You're apparently not alone, because the reason that they are shifting production away from the iPhone Air is because the lack of the second camera is making people not want to buy it.
Yeah.
I think more than the battery.
Wait, I thought you got 9 cameras with the iPhone Air.
You've got the equivalent of 27 focal length cameras.
All anecdotally fight back. I was so excited that the Pixel 10, the base versions have 3 cameras now, because they haven't. Every time I take a zoom or an ultra wide picture, I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad.
It's
Okay.
just so bad.
But if you didn't have those cameras, wouldn't you be more mad?
I think I would be upset that I don't have them, because I wouldn't be able to take the picture and then realize I'm never going to use that for anything or really look
Like
at it ever.
every time you zoom and it's like, dang, this is not that good of a zoom photo. If you didn't have that zoom camera and you zoomed, it would be an even worse zoom photo
Yeah.
and you'd be more mad.
Yeah.
Unless you give me a
guess-
good zoom lens because you got rid of the third lens.
So you just want 2.
That's a good
Just
point.
give me 2.
No
I don't need
ultra-wide?
3. Yeah, I'll who needs
2
an ultra-wide?
zooms, you're saying?
An ultra wide is just for fun.
You know what's funny? There's like a generation where I think that totally changed. I saw I think it was an Instagram reel, but it's probably a TikTok, where there's a kid holding his phone, and then there's a photographer who's doing like this really high-end sports photography.
I saw that too.
And the kid goes, yo, switch it to 0.5x. And the guy does 70 to 200. And he's like, no, I can't. What are you talking
There
about?
ain't
And he's
no
like, man,
0.5x.
there's no 0.5. This thing sucks. And he's like, I can't talk to you.
I mean,
So-
if he was at 140 mil, then he could just switch it back
to
to
70.
70 and say it was 0.5.
Yeah.
I like the ultra wide. It is a fun lens. But as far as like the one that I need every day, I need a regular lens just to like quick take a picture, and then I need a good zoom lens so you can see things from far away, even if it's not a good picture. Just like
It's a tool.
for memory. Yeah, as a tool. Like I need the lens.
In
to
my
zoom.
opinion, the 0.5x is the most pointless camera.
I have two specific thoughts. I think anytime I'm trying to take a good photo, I definitely get them out of the zoom way more than the ultra wide. But anytime I'm trying to like functionally like take an ultra wide because I need it for this photo, it's never about the quality of the photo, but that's when I need an ultra wide. I can't fake an ultra wide like I can with a zoom.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Also,
like
the ultra wide is objectively hilarious on the iPhone.
It is bad.
I want them to make a 0.2 camera. like, why stop?
Yeah.
Even
Just
wider.
put an Insta360 in a
360 cam.
yeah 360 cam.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. I think this is a reasonable take. It's not particularly hot. I think we all kind of agree with it. But if they'd gone all in and said we don't need 3 cameras, that would have been pretty spicy.
True.
All right. Next take. Dennis on Threads says, wireless charging is overrated.
You still on that?
I can't believe
We
this is
still
so-
talking about this?
Because it's right.
It's
Because
not.
it's correct.
It's not right. Wireless
is
charging
100%.
is incredible.
It's awesome. It's overrated. Is the specific
No, it's
quote.
not.
I don't think anyone.
Underrated.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I will defend this take.
I love losing heat.
You'll defend this take.
I recently
I love
I love overheat.
spending 45 watts to get 27. I love it.
I
love it.
recently received, as part of my employment at this job, a channel sponsor, channel partner Ridge portable battery bank,
Pretty
which,
incredible.
because of my phone, never leaves my side. In fact, it is glommed onto the side of my phone like a remora.
Nice.
And
Callback.
I just love that your iPhone mini has to live with something twice the size of it all the time.
it literally looks like a barnacle. It's so funny. That being said, now that I'm charging my phone all the time, I have seen how inefficient wireless charging is because I can either choose the wireless charger or the built-in lightning cable.
Yeah.
And I thought I was like, oh yeah, it's just like a little less efficient. No, it is
I know.
like I can. It's the difference between. I'm gonna get these numbers wrong, but it feels like the difference between being able to charge my phone twice, like dead to full on the wireless, versus like 6 or 7 times with the lightning cable. It's like now it got to the point where I actually feel bad when I charge my phone wirelessly like that because I'm like I'm wasting this battery, I'm wasting this lithium, I'm wasting electricity.
Yeah.
I'll counterpoint 2 things to that.
Yes.
1, your phone f***ing sucks. Like, why are we comparing it to a phone that dies 4 times in a single day? That, of course, it's not going to be beneficial for that.
Got it.
2, I don't think anyone is wireless charging for efficiency. It just becomes the placeholder on a desk or a nightstand. It is a thing to just rest a phone on and happens to be charging.
Yes.
And at any point I can just pick it up or put it down
Exactly.
without having to undo a wire that is now hanging on my desk or nightstand, falls underneath the bed, falls behind in all my cables.
Like I have one of those mats on my desk at home that has the wireless charger built in. And like while I'm working at my computer, I just have my phone on it and it just happens to be charging it. Otherwise I'd just be sitting there. Right. Mm-hmm. And yes, I could I guess get a cable and do that.
God forbid.
No, this is my thing.
There.
Well, this is my other thing that Ellis didn't say, but the most sorry, I'm amped up about this one. I think it comes from like 4 trivia extravaganzas ago where it was like, what's things you need in a phone, and wireless charging wasn't on it, and I'm still salty about it. But everyone's always like, it just takes 1 second to plug a phone. It's like, we are in the tech space where literally every single thing we do is to shave milliseconds off of things. I'm sure the person saying you can just plug it in also bought a 5090 so they can play old school RuneScape. Like, we are at a level of
I am also the person that said recently that the best product Apple has released in the last 5 years is standby mode.
Which is part of MagSafe.
Which is a wireless charging feature. So I get that I'm being a little hypocritical here.
I mean,
but I think overrated is acceptable.
I just don't think that many people rate it.
I think
Maybe.
a lot of people
Besides
underrate
me.
it. People like to hate on it.
Yeah, I overrate the out of it, maybe. But
I think people rate it because when a phone comes out that doesn't have wireless charging, it's like a knock on it.
That's the main thing. I think I'm hypothesizing that this person who is saying wireless charging is overrated does not have or use wireless charging.
Agreed.
And I think once you have the convenience of wireless charging and then you get rid of it, then you're like, I actually really like wireless charging. But if you never have wireless charging, you look over at the other side of the fence and you're like, just plug it in, bro. It's overrated.
Yeah.
That's my hypothesis about this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
On my bedside table, I love when I officially stop doom scrolling and go to sleep 4 hours after I was meant to. I can just like lean over and drop it and then fall asleep instead of like, where's the wire? It's over here.
Well, you need the magnets to line up.
Yeah, but it's MagSafe. So it just slaps it.
That's why MagSafe is awesome, because then you never have the...
How do they work?
It takes me away. When I put this phone on the charger, I go...
I mean, that there is a case, right, that has Qi ready.
Yeah, it's a pain. It's
and your house shakes a little bit. And
and then I wake up and it's 50%. Dang it.
That is old one.
If that was the case, then maybe it's overrated.
Fair enough.
All right.
This one might age some of us a little bit. Once Sacradu on Threads says AI is just Silicon Valley's Labubu.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
It's a weird new sentence that I can't believe are saying out loud.
Sentence.
AI is just Silicon Valley's Labubu.
What is?
Can someone explain what a Labubu is in like
it's the
3
ugly
sentences?
little doll.
It's. Do you know what Pop Mart is?
No.
Okay, so Pop Mart is this company in China that sells toys that are primarily delivered via blind boxes. So you buy a box and you
it's
don't
gambling.
know which one it is.
Okay.
Labubu, and it's very big in China. It's very big all over Asia.
Korea, right?
I don't think that.
I thought it was like most popular in Korea. Anyway.
No, it's definitely most popular in China. But there is a K-pop group called Blackpink. They're K-pop, right? Yeah.
Demon Hunters.
Called Blackpink. And Lisa, one of the members of that group, I think publicly had a Labubu, which helped kick off the whole thing. But I'm not an expert in any of this stuff. But yeah, so Pop Mart is a big Chinese toy company. They sell lots of different lines of toys that are primarily delivered via blind boxes. Labubus are the ones that have taken off internationally.
Thank you, Ellis, our K-pop correspondent.
I can't wait for the comment that's like, it's just so painful hearing these guys try and talk about Labubus. It's just...
based on an artist who grew up with Nordic fairy tales and made some fairy tale books that look like Labubus. That's what they're based on.
So how does this relate to AI?
I was just going to say, my only connection that I'm drawing is these are extremely trendy, and maybe AI is extremely trendy.
That is what they're going with. I'll take it in a different direction. The Boo-Boos primarily come in blind boxes. And a blind box is an experience where you put lots of money into something and then you don't know if it's going to pay off.
Damn.
And by that logic, I would say AI is definitely the Labubu of tech.
Everything is gambling.
I have another parallel that Labubus, to those not in that world, look pretty silly. And I'll be honest, so does talking to a chatbot to a lot of people who are not in this world. I rest my case.
You're absolutely right.
Yep. My girlfriend is having trouble doing this like complicated Microsoft Word formatting thing, and I was like, "Do you want to ask my Claude?" And she shot daggers at me.
My Claude.
Yeah. I think this is a wonderful analogy and encapsulation, and perhaps not a hot take at all. Perhaps a totally reasonable take.
All right, I'll do one more. Camera control is actually very useful.
Very useful, you say.
It's the most annoying feature Apple has put out in a long time. I use it to open the camera. That is it.
That makes it useful. That was exactly what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
What else you can do? You could long press on your screen.
You could, but how often do you do that?
Well, not now because I have camera control.
Exactly.
So you're saying you use it?
I mean, sure.
Making it.
I would prefer this was a Touch ID.
Wait, hold on.
Button?
Yeah. It would. That'd be a weird place for it. But what are your two long presses on your home screen right now?
It's flashlight and Gemini voice mode.
Those are also mine too.
So it's not camera anymore?
Well, I could get rid of the flashlight. Or you could do the pixel twist, you know?
Camera control also, okay, so you use it to open it. The camera is open. Once you've opened it, do you ever use camera control to like slide tone? All it ever does is interrupt things, yeah.
Accidentally, and then I'm like, oh, 2.3x horrible image quality? Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
It sounds like if it was just a button, you would be okay with it.
Just a camera button?
Not a capacitor.
I just want it to be Touch ID. That's all I want it to be.
I think this person made it a great flaming hot take by calling it camera control, but really all we find useful is the ability to open the camera quickly. Once you open it, the rest of the camera control features are kind of annoying. They're just in the way.
I think that a lot of smartphone companies have made like a million ways to open your camera faster.
Well, so for the longest time, you just double press your power button. On like 97% of Android phones, double press power button would open. There used to be
the iPhone has double tap.
The double tap accessibility. Is that still a thing?
It's still a thing.
Okay.
It doesn't work for me though.
It's kind
like
of
so hit
finicky.
or miss.
It's kind of finicky. But then there would be Android phones where they would add a specific camera button that would also be a shutter button. Like Sony phones did this for a little bit. I think an LG phone had a custom, like a G5 or something back in the day. So there would be like a hardware button to open the camera, which is cool if you take a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like I kind of still just double tap my power button on most Android phones. And then on the iPhone, the action button came along a few years ago, and that's what I would map it to, open my camera.
Oh, yeah, action button. Yeah,
Action
what the
button.
heck? There's so many buttons.
Yeah.
You don't need this button.
Yeah.
But
now
it's not
I
a button,
have
it's camera control.
All right,
my action button is one thing. My camera control button is the camera. My two shortcuts on the home screen are two different things. I have my flashlight. So I got all kinds of customization going on. Maybe we're back to the customization.
User-centric customization.
As a non-iPhone user who's never used camera control, I think we have one piece of evidence from someone who knows quite a bit about iPhones of how useful camera control is. And that is Apple, because it seems like they've completely forgotten about camera control.
This is also true.
They didn't even mention it a single time in the last
It's
iPhone
because they just
right?
one-shotted it right out the gate. It's perfect.
You know what's the best indicator that's not very useful? Oppo in the Find X9 Pro
Didn't copy it.
did a perfect clone of camera control on their phone, and nobody talks about it or cares because nobody uses it because it's not that useful.
Yeah.
Because you can still double tap the camera button or double tap the power button to open the camera.
What would it have
Which
to do
Android
to
is better
become useful? Like, what would make you be like, okay, now this is cool?
Not be annoying is what it sounds like.
It would have to have more
Functionality.
like granular, not granular. I don't know what the word is, but like when I swipe and it goes from 0x to 2.2x or whatever, that's annoying to me. If I could have more fine control over just boop, notch me over to 2x, notch me to 4x. If that worked better,
Yeah.
I would be happier and probably use it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I think it's too late to save itself. I think I just use this screen because it's a huge, beautiful screen. Why would I not use the screen?
Yeah.
Decent take.
Wait, is it?
Well, because
Well, it's hot because no one agrees with it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's hot because no one agrees with it, but it's decent because we actually all use it to open the camera. So it's arguably useful. Yeah.
Yeah, we just make it a regular button, not a capacitive whatever the heck.
That's what we really want. Cool. Okay.
Trivia.
Well, that was it. Trivia.
Trivia, dude.
I don't want to argue about this, but I saw a really funny hot take on Twitter this weekend where a bunch of people were talking about nuclear energy and how silly it is that nuclear energy is just a new way to boil water. And the hot take was that it's crazy that humanity essentially one-shotted the best way to generate electricity in the 1700s. And we've just been figuring out slightly better ways to do it since then. Guys, trivia, as I open the trivia document.
1700s?
Yeah, the Industrial Revolution.
Oh, yeah.
The steam engine.
The steam engine.
Gabe Newell's been cooking for a long time.
True.
No one?
No, I get a steam. And he bought the cruise ship. I mean, the yacht company.
Guys,
Yeah.
In 1994, if you wanted to go to Comp USA and buy an Apple Performa 630 CD with a 14-inch monitor and an HP inkjet printer on a Black Friday deal, how much would all that cost? And you have to let me know if you're giving this in 1994 dollars or September 2025 dollars.
I don't have a pen.
Does anyone know
I do have
why
a pen.
September 2025 is the last year there's inflation data available?
Because they decided to just
Pretty
pretend
weird.
it doesn't exist.
Pretty interesting, huh?
Wait, September 2025?
September 2025, right before October 2025. Pretty
I just
weird,
assumed
huh?
the website's not updated well enough.
Oh, because the government shut down.
But probably because
Yeah, that
Is that why?
I was trying to be cheeky and infer.
Wow.
Read them. Wait, I never said. I guess we're doing Delta because I never said Price is Right rules. Did anyone think we were doing Price is Right rules just in the interest of fairness?
I think
Not unless
even when we're doing prices right, I go Delta
Helps,
anyways because I
Okay,
want to
so
be dead on.
We're doing Delta. Okay, it's
do
gonna be
United
slightly
instead.
complicated math, but someone read me an answer.
I wrote $25 September.
And you wrote 3,000.
3,000.
Okay, cool.
In 1994 dollars, 700.
And I put in $1994, $294.
And the winner is Andrew Manganelli by about $100 off from David. It was $2,000 in 1994 dollars, so you were $1,300 off.
Oh,
And it was $4,340 in today
So
money,
close.
which was $1,430 off from
Yeah,
you. So yeah,
dang.
you beat David.
what's
by
the inflation on the Delta?
Yeah, that's
I mean, you shouldn't have to do that. I should get the point. But
yeah.
the smarter move was to guess the 1994 price because the money smaller Delta away from it.
That's where my head was at.
strat? Good strat. Good
Played.
strat.
Quick update on the
Not
score.
as much as money.
Marques with 10.
Oh, nice.
Andrew with 12 after that correct point.
Nice.
David with 9.
I'm catching up.
I know.
Embarrassing
close.
if I got passed. That would-
Ooh, it'd be a shame if something were to happen to those points. All right. Aluminum. What's the atomic number? Go. Just visualize the periodic table. Where do you think it is?
Aluminum.
Aluminium.
The periodic table's in alphabetical order, right?
Yeah. That's why it's periodic.
Do you guys want to hear a fun waveform fact?
Sure.
Is
you
this
know-
closest Delta?
Is this closest?
Sure, yeah. We'll do
What?
Delta. Yeah.
Did you know that the Waveform podcast has 0.8 mics per host?
Nice.
Wow.
That's pretty fun.
That is pretty fun. All right. Flip him and read. What do we got?
We're all exactly even from each other.
My goal is to not name a number that's not on the periodic table.
So we are actually periodic
Yeah.
because I put 12.
Okay.
And I
Marquette-
put 16.
Uh-huh.
Mine's not periodic.
No, we are
What?
periodic.
No, what's your
Oh.
number?
Because we're periodic with a delta of 4 between us.
20.
20?
Yes.
The correct answer is 13. So the closest is David. David gets the point.
I'm now
visualized very
getting
well.
past.
What is 12 to be?
Magnesium.
Is 12?
Well, anyway, that's been it for this week and all of our hot takes and airdropping various files between Android phones and Macs and iPhones. It's been a really good time. Let us know what you think in the comments, but of course, make sure you're one of the people who subscribe before we get to 500,000. It's very important that you do this because once you get to 500,000, the door shuts. No more subscribers is what I heard. So make sure you get in now. And I believe it's free as of Black Friday. So appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, that happened already.
That already happened. If you're in America.
Leave it in.
Waveform is produced by Adam Molina and Ellis Rovin. We're part of the Vox Media Podcast Network, and our outro music was created by Vane Sill.
If you don't like and subscribe, I'll never get back to the producer's table.
Do it.